Welcome back to Yahoo Finance. It's time for some fame and fortune with Canal, because last night, we had the Golden Globes, and it's such an honor just to be nominated. But tell me, the streaming giant's positioned as front running heading into the Oscars. What can you tell us?
Oh my God. First of all, Adam, that's amazing. I did not know that. What a fun fact. But yes, the Golden Globes were last night, and it was a really big night for streamers, especially for Netflix. Netflix walked away with 10 Golden Globe wins. They did really well when it came to The Queen's Gambit, as well as The Crown. The Queen's Gambit won Best Miniseries. This is a category that's typically been dominated by HBO, but last night we saw Netflix walk away with that win. And then for The Crown, that won Best TV Series, Drama. Other poignant wins for Netflix included the late Chadwick Boseman winning Best Actor for his role in the Netflix film Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. His wife accepted the award on his behalf, and it was a very emotional moment in the show. We also saw Aaron Sorkin win for Best Screenplay for the critically acclaimed The Trial of the Chicago 7. So overall, a really great night for Netflix, but it was not the only streamer to have their moment in the spotlight. We also had Hulu, Disney, Amazon Prime Video having very important wins. Amazon Prime actually did really well with the new Borat sequel. That won them Best Motion Picture Comedy, which makes it the first streamer to ever win that award. Sacha Baron Cohen went on to win the Best Actor title for his role in the film. So Borat, who knew? It's a cult classic, and it did really well for Amazon Prime. And then Apple TV Plus, that's usually one streamer that struggled amidst these big streaming giants. But last night we saw Jason Sudeikis go home with the Best Actor win for his role in Ted Lasso. I personally have not seen this one yet, but people rave about it. They say it's a really, really good show. So I'll have to check that out. So even Apple TV Plus walking away with their very first Golden Globe. But when it comes to that final award of the night, the big one, this is Best Motion Picture Drama. That went to a more traditional film distributor with Nomadland. That's from Searchlight Pictures. We also had Chloe Zhao winning Best Director. She's actually the first woman to win this award since 1984. So a very interesting night. It was a little bit of a, I don't want to say a boring award show, but there weren't a lot of great moments. I think it's really hard to do that in a virtual setting. There were some technical difficulties here and there. There was a little bit of awkwardness, especially when people were giving their speeches and they were playing music. It's like they can't walk off the stage. They're just going to end up sitting on their couch the entire time. So I think we could see a little bit of that awkwardness play out when the Oscars airs on April 25th. They haven't released too much information about what that's going to look like, but I think we can expect it to be pretty similar to the Golden Globes, a little mix of in person at certain locations, but the bulk of it being virtual. So we'll have to see what happens when the Oscars come on April 25th.
Well, Allie, in the meantime, you have to check out Ted Lasso, because I've seen a couple episodes and it is very, very good. It's a lighthearted, fun, short little show that you can tune into very quickly. But first, on a more serious note, though, we talked about this last week going into the awards night. There was that LA Times report talking about the lack of diversity in Hollywood. This is an issue, clearly not the first time. This was specifically talking about Hollywood's Foreign Press Association. It was addressed briefly on stage last night, but clearly more needs to be done on this issue.
A lot more needs to be done. And you're right, they did address it on stage. We had hosts Tina Fey and Amy Poehler mentioning it in their opening monologue. And then shortly thereafter, we did have 3 members of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association come out on stage and basically say, listen, we know we have a lot more work to do here. We are going to start changes immediately. But it was a very brief moment. And that was kind of it. We didn't really hear much after that. So hopefully this is the start of greater change in Hollywood. And this is not just something that's affecting the Golden Globes. This is a deeper issue in Hollywood and really goes deeper into the ecosystem of Hollywood. Last year, we had the Oscars come out tweaking those eligibility requirements to promote more inclusivity. On Friday, we had Netflix releasing a first of its kind diversity report. They said that they will be pledging $100 million over the next 5 years to help bridge that diversity gap. But the reality of the situation is that a lot of these very notable Black-centric programs were completely shut out of the Golden Globe nominations. That includes Insecure, I May Destroy You, whereas other flashy titles like Emily in Paris did receive that nomination. So, you know, even Tina Fey said award shows, they're stupid. They don't mean anything, right? But they do provide windows of opportunity. They do provide visibility. So right now they are still important, and there's certainly a lot of work that Hollywood has to do to correct that injustice that sort of permeates throughout the industry and just be more culturally diverse.
Okay, let's get to the gossip in the dirt. Who got snubbed and what surprises were there?
So in terms of the snubs, it was very interesting last night because Mank was the most nominated film for Netflix with 6 nominations, and it walked away completely empty-handed. So I always think that's funny. Like, why give this film so many nominations if you're not even going to give them one award? In a similar vein, we also had Promising Young Woman. Now that came as a bit of a surprise when they received all that love for their own Golden Globe nominations, but once again, they also walked away empty-handed. Many people thought Carey Mulligan could potentially win for Best Actress, but that did not happen. In terms of surprises, I think Andra Day for the United States versus Billie Holiday, that delivered Hulu's one and only win. And Andra Day actually became the first Black actress to win that award in 35 years. And she had some pretty stiff competition there with Oscar winner Viola Davis. So congrats to her. She was amazing in that film. She has an amazing voice. You should absolutely go check that out. And then another surprise was Rosamund Pike for winning Best Actress for the Netflix series I Care a Lot. You could tell on her face she just did not expect to win this award, and you saw that reflected, I think, in her acceptance speech as well. So those, to me, were some of the biggest snubs and surprises. Disney's Hamilton the musical, I think that had a lot of buzz and momentum entering this, but they also were completely shut out of the Golden Globes. But I think at the end of the day here, a lot of the critics were going for Borat over Disney Hamilton the musical. And I always think that category is interesting anyway, because are you going to go the musical route or are you going to go the comedy route? They're very different genres to me, but clearly last night they went the comedy route.
Ali Canal with Fame and Fortune. The other big surprise is these things make great doorstops if you
I'm still amazed at that, Adam. I'm still amazed.